Guess we fumbled the football. Damn. So JMU was a 15.5-point favorite, and they lost 21-19. First time they started out 4-1 since 1993. They usually start out really good, but they did have the win at North Carolina against the Tar Heels. But damn, that's the great thing about football. Shit changes so fast. Sometimes, even when you are the favorite, doesn't matter. That's how another team comes in, and if they're ready to rock and roll, sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. Tomorrow night we got the Steelers, and I don't want to say that it's a must-win, but the Cowboys need a win bad. With the Murderers Row that's coming up, you've got the Lions next week. You got the bye week. You get a chance to get some healing stuff done, hopefully, and get some players back because we are beat the hell up. I think the Cowboys have a good chance to win this game. Steelers are beat up too. You're seeing people that believe Justin Fields maybe has turned himself around and that he's a really good quarterback. I literally saw ESPN comparing him to Pat Mahomes. Now, Pat Mahomes is actually, surprisingly, it may be a surprise to some people, that Pat Mahomes has more interceptions, I believe, than Jalen Hurts. He's got 5 already this year, which is kind of crazy. But he's lost, Rashid Rice. Kelsey doesn't seem to be in the same groove and all that. It's just, sometimes that's the way it is in football. You have ups and downs. Unfortunately, today doing the call-in show, I felt kind of depressed about the Cowboys as, I'm the optimist that always wants to believe that, things are going to happen good for the Cowboys and stuff. But as I look at things right now, it's hard to believe when you sit here and you say the running game is anemic and the Cowboys did nothing to help it. We had Derrick Henry who wanted to be here. They wouldn't even talk to him. You got CD and Dak done. That's great. But you've got one receiver. And now Brandon Cooks, who hadn't been doing a whole lot, he goes out. And I don't know if Brandon Cooks is getting to that point where he's just a little too old. They always say Brandon Cooks gets 1,000 yards everywhere he goes. But now we're talking about Brandon Cooks has been around and he's in his 30s. We've got young guys with potential. Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, Ryan Fauntleroy. But the crazy thing is we're talking about guys. If you put all of their catches together, all their yards together, we're talking about under 600 yards worth of experience. 600 yards. On our defense, D-Law's gone for maybe 2 months. Micah Parsons may not be back until after the bye week. Deron Bland is eligible to come back off of the practice squad, but they couldn't take him off now because of the other moves that they've had to make. We got Diggs, who should be good to go for tomorrow, but who hurt his foot. And it's just like injury after injury after injury. And this is where we said, Cowboys are a good team if they can stay healthy. But once you get through that first layer, you got a lot of inexperience. And so, as we listen to Jerry and Stephen Jones, that, Jerry's trying to sell Ryan Fauntleroy as the next Des Bryant. Well, Des Bryant was high draft pick that you plugged in right away. Before even having a chance to talk about Devontae Adams, oh, we're out of that. This is the maddening part about the Cowboys. And I'm beginning to think and beginning to believe that maybe they just want to get rid of Mike McCarthy, that they're trying to take, get a high draft pick as possible, get some experience for the young guys, and let the new guy come in. The only problem that I have with this, I can understand because you can look and say, you know, we've been good, because we literally at the point right now, like we were at the end of Tony Romo's career, maybe even worse, where it was either we win because of Tony Romo or we don't win at all. We literally are at that point right now. If Dak can't overcome everything, defense not being able to stop the run, or points from the other team, no running game to speak of, and having just one guy, we just don't win. I'm just trying to understand, is there a plan here? And here's my problem with the idea of saying, well, we're just going to tank and rebuild. We're going to get a new coach in here. I don't know that Mike McCarthy is the problem. And I don't know that anybody else might have coached this team better with the lack of activity from your front office, of giving them what they need. Last year, it was linebackers and defensive line. Okay, you went out and got some linebackers. Okay, good. This year, like 2 years ago, it's wide receivers. It was funny going back to 2 years ago, almost to the day, where the Cowboys had problems with wide receivers, and Jerry Jones said, we're going to look from within. You know, we believe in Jalen Tolbert, and we got the 4 tight ends, and, you know, James Washington is about ready to return. So, I don't know, man. I wish I knew what to tell you. I just don't know. And maybe it is. You know, this is the swan song to get rid of Mike McCarthy. I don't understand. If you weren't going to give him what he needed to win, then why did you wait another year? I just don't understand. Anyway, good people, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as always. And remember, tell the people you love how much you love them. You might not get the chance again, and I love you guys. Whew. Tomorrow's going to start early, 9:30. With the game in London. Man. Peace out.